Hello, fellow aspirants. This is Aditya Sharma again here with a new set of current affairs for the date 19th October. So, the first news article which we're gonna see is the Jammu and Kashmir cabinet has passed a resolution unanimously for restoration of statehood for Jammu Kashmir, which is nowadays is a union territory after 2019 by abrogation of Article 370. The next article is about US has placed charges on Indian citizen in Pannu's case, where the Indian citizen is ex raw official Vikas Yadav, where uh, Indian discussion with US has made it clear that Vikas Yadav is no longer employed with India and uh, its agencies. And now the next article is about Tamil Nadu's governor allegation of racist remark which is made by CM Stalin. About the remarks was that he was either he is governor or Aryan, uh, claiming that he's white and Dravidians are black. So it's a racist remark. And this was made because it was an allegation by CM that governor did not properly uh, sung the state anthem, and that hence this word of war has started. Now the next article is about the Jai Bhim Yojana and Delhi ke Farishte scheme. Jai Bhim Yojana is nothing but a, a free coaching initiative communities for given to children of communities from SC, ST, and OBC, and for the free coaching would be for competitive exams. The Delhi ke Farishte scheme is about treating the accidental victim who have met an accident in golden hours to the nearest uh, private hospital, and that would be free of cost, that the expenses would be borne by government. The next article is about the locust attack, which has been there on Kerala farmers, and this has been because of the variation in temperature, decline in rainfall. There has also been snails attack and on cardamom plantation, grasshopper attack are there on Idukki dis- are there in Idukki district, and there has been this is due to climate change majorly. What can be done is the farmers can plow the fields. They can spray neem oil. They can also use chemical fertilizer or chemical pest control such as lambada, halothine, and to protect their plants. The plants which are tagged is coconut trees, bananas, cardamom, pepper, uh, even large uh, even large trees, even sorry, wild plants, gleraceae, teak trees, these are there. And the family of which has been attacking is spotted grasshopper. Uh, the insect family is the name of the insect was spotted grasshopper. The family which it belongs to is Pyrogomorphidae. This is there. Now, the next article is about the sorry. The next article is about India's India's non-involvement in Israel and UN tensions, where Israel has commended commended the UN action and has made that UN secretary is not allowed on Israel soil, and this has been there because Iran, Israel because UN has condemned the Israel's act on Hamas and Lebanon and Hezbollah and Yemen, but it has not. But when Iran attacked on Israel, there was no comment from the UN, and that makes Israel more agitated. India There has been attack on peacekeeping forces also by Israel on Lebanon, and there are approx 903 Indian soldiers which are part of peacekeeping force, and this is the matter of concern that here the author wants to say is India has to make a mind, like it has to obey international law and UN, and rather than going with Israel. So that is the thing which is discussed in this article. Now the next article is about the Himalayas, how fragile they are. The author actually criticized the Char Dham project and many more projects which are which are in the in the progress or in the commission line, and this and has made and has said that there has been increased number of landslides, there has been increased number of human life cost on due to landslides, and there has been various uh, various problems such as slope angles, rainfall amount, lithography, and other controlling factors are not studied while while widening this Char Dham Yatra roads, and this has made more made this disaster-prone area more fragile. The monsoon, the summer monsoon precipitation due to elevation-dependent warming in year to come, the landslides are fatal and will become more frequent due to climate change. Now, the government, what government did is government has made this entire project into smaller projects, and hence bypassed few law required things. Supreme Court also gave a permission on Char Dham project because looking at the national security angle. Uh, the author claims that there has been no scientific assessment done, and for widening of roads, there has been also concerns about ground subsidence, which we have seen on Joshimath, and it has been a silent disaster. And there has been the Tugnath temple in Rudraprayag is also facing similar subsidence issue, and this is due to uncontrolled anthropogenic activity, infrastructure development, and inadequate drainage facilities. These are there, and even sorry, Border Road Organization is now seeking clearance to widen the Gangotri Darshu stretch, which is a fragile Bhagirathi eco-sensitive zone, and it is near the origin of Ganga. So we have to focus on depopulation. The tourism has to be reduced, and depletion of water resources has to be addressed. Other hazards has to be addressed. Now, what has been observed is the people are leaving farming in these areas and shifting to renting the land, and the private enterprise build hotels and other things to attract tourism, and hence led to more fragile zones and has to land degradation. And though there has been improved in employment, but employment is not because of agriculture, but it is because of the tourism. The agriculture couldn't even boost because even though there was incentives. So that is about the article. Now the next article is about how about the Council of Energy, Energy, Environment and Water, where 40% of districts experience alternative climatic hazard. That is, the 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 regions which are facing drought are now being flooded. For example, Jodhpur is one of the case where recent floods are there. Uh, Now the second is the areas which are dry, they are suffering from flood, and which are flood prone, they are facing dry seasons, and hence there has to be the measures to be taken. Uh, the author highlights that there are sufficient technologies which are being there for cyclone prediction, but there are minimum technology uh, for covering the flood management and flood forecasting. And there has been recent launch of Mission Mosam, which focuses on India's weather observation network, improving weather forecasting models and investigating weather modification technique. It is under Ministry of Earth Sciences, IMD, National Center of Medium Range Weather Forecasting, and National Institute of Tropical Meteorology. These are the three institutions which have been doing it. It is about it is a it is a 2000 crore project, and it will use machine learning and understand the physics of the atmosphere to predict the model. What can be done is prioritize. We have to prioritize the install by installing weather observation platforms. For example, Doppler weather radars. There are 39, and they have been distributed across India, but there has to be the author says there has to be increase in density in the western border where there are only four Doppler weather radars. They have to be increased. The second is that the data which is coming from the uh, coming from the weather equipments, they have to be shared openly so that researcher can make the use of data and do research on what are the factors that are leading to floods and climate change. And the third is uh, improve communication of tools of weather and enhance their user capacity. Though it is an interactive software, or it is an interactive website of IMD, but it has to be more user friendly. The people should know better, like they cannot know the color codes, but by videos and other thing, they have to be propagated. So this is the thing which has been there. It has a nice article. It gives a holistic view about Mission Mosam, and that has to be done. That has to be taken care. And even in governance, there can be questions from this, as it is one of the climate hazard removal. It's against the climate change, and it tracks the climate change. The next article is about the Nobel Prize. We have discussed it at length in last discussion also. So this year's Nobel Prize is given to Deron and Johnson and James, and this is about the quality of institution. There are two types of institution: inclusive institution and exclusive institution. Exclusive institution are the institutions such as um East India Company, which is there in 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 our modern era. Like for example, and this has been extractive because they are taking out from the Indian and using it for their country. But inclusive institution, which has led to increased economic prosperity, and the institution which are exclusive can be inclusive in their home country, and that is what have been developed, and there has been change in the prosperity which is gained by the different countries. And this is about this article, and structural reforms has actually helped in matching the in converting the institution, and this is about it. The next article is about the Modi's BRIC summit. What is the theme or aim of it? The BRIC respects civilization diversity and offers platform for mutual beneficial dialogue free from pressure, double standards, and interference in domestic affairs. The next month, probably around 22, sorry, not next month, October 22 to 23, Modi ji will visit Russia again, and there would be a brisk summit. So that was about it. Now the next article is about kinetic and non-kinetic. Kinetic warfare typically means military employing a range of weapons. Non-kinetic refers to what is above this, such as electronic warfare, cyber information, psychological, economic, and other warfare. This involves non-military strategic also. For example, technological progress. Pager attack is one of the non-kinetic warfare. Um, we have to focus on neutralizing these non-kinetic warfares, and for example use of anti-drones and drone swarms, that has to be done. The next article is about the child marriage. Though we have banned child marriage, but one of the most problematic thing is child engagement. Child engagement is still in progress, and there has been evidences, there has been cases which involve child engagement in the later age, and this has destroyed their free choice, autonomy, and childhood. And this is evenly as it is bad for girls, for example, because of the patriarchal mindset. A person who is patriarchal can be toxic for the girl child, and can make mm, can pose various problems on her. Similarly, the male child is also affected because it has to bear the responsibility. It has to bear. Um, it has to. It has been problematic for child development also. So that has been there. There is need to prevent. There is a need to ensure that PCMA, that is Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, is above all the personal laws, and It has nothing to do with personal law. If there is a question of personal law or PCMA, it is PCMA. So this is the inviting step. There has been other points also given by Supreme Court to establish a portal for complaints of child marriage. There has to be schemes for girls who has been opted off for child marriage. There should be annual budget allocation for suspension of child marriage, and there has to be age-appropriate and culturally sensitive sexual education given in the schools. There has to be child marriage-free village drives, and these are the things which has to be done. The next article is about Benami Act. The Benami Act is nothing but I'll give this information a bit. It will take some time because I don't know. I'm not aware of this case, but I think it is about the property which has been acquired by Benami transaction is termed to be state's property, and center can take any action against it and confiscate it. So this is the thing. So I think that is all for today's discussion, and I hope you have a great day ahead. And thank you.